Good morrow, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura,
I'm Logan.
and this is a One Piece anniversary video. As I said in the intro, this is a One Piece anniversary video. More specifically, today we are celebrating 25 years of One Piece.
Woo!
25 years of One Piece.
Yes. The GOAT.
Yes.
Greatest of all time.
The absolute greatest. So, to start our video off, since we've never done a One Piece video, which is amazing because we've done One Piece panels and talked about One Piece outside of this channel a lot.
That's all we talk about. Seriously. Every time a new chapter comes out, all we do is talk about One Piece and theories and stuff and things and memes and things and things and things. So.
It's amazing to me that we have never done a sit-down One Piece video together. I have done a One Piece video, but it was me doing my nails for different One Piece characters.
Wow.
We also cosplay from One Piece. And it's us.
Oh my god.
It's us.
That's the Sanji picture you went with?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all of them, that's one you went with?
It's
I like
the
the one
most
where I'm
Sanji.
pointing. I like the one where I'm pointing.
But it's the most Sanji.
How is that the most Sanji?
It's just the most Sanji.
Is there a character, like, I'm trying to think of it right now, who paints their nails in One Piece? I know Kid has colored nails, but
Yeah.
is there ever a scene where we're seeing Nami painting her nails? Like, you
I
know
don't
what I'm talking
think
about?
so. I think only one I can think of is Kid.
Right, exactly.
Even Laws aren't painted, and you'd
No.
think his would be.
Yeah, I know. It's a bunch of, goth kids in One Piece. So, I mean, look at Kid's crew,
Or,
for God's
like,
sakes.
I was gonna say, or like Hawkins or Killer, like
Right. Well,
characters that you think would have nail
doesn't
polish.
Killer wear gloves when he's using
Yeah,
his weapons?
he
That's what I
does.
thought. Yeah, yeah.
He's got those big gauntlet things.
Yeah, that's right. It's a full-on thing.
Anywho,
Back on
I'm
track.
amazed that we have not done a One Piece video, just the two of us, because it's all we talk about. And today we're actually going to get into that. And more specifically, we're turning our panel, Why Would You Watch One Piece, into a video. Into something that someone that hasn't really watched the series can come to this video and be intrigued. Minor spoilers, but nothing huge. We're going to try our absolute best not to spoil, and if we do end up spoiling, I'll cut it out.
We realize that spoilers suck for anything.
Yeah.
And the journey and the surprises that come through One Piece is one of the points we're going to talk about in this video. So just bear with us. If we do, I think we can edit anything we spoil, so,
Yeah.
or bleep out, I guess, if there is a situation. So I think we'll be good, because me and Laura are fully caught up on the manga. I think at this time, filming of this video,
That's a luxury that we didn't have with our panel.
right? Yeah.
And sadly, there was one rather big spoiler, but it was not done by us. It was done by someone that came into the panel late and didn't hear our no spoilers spiel. No spoilers in this video, because this is we want you to enjoy One Piece just as much as we have.
Right. The problem with that is One Piece is so long. This is the 25th anniversary in 2022, and it's really hard to talk about One Piece and not talk about everything that's happened in the span of 25 years. And there's a joke going around, there's a meme of a guy like smoking a cigar and drinking some scotch, and he's like, "Look, you've had 25 years to get caught up. I'm tired of it. We're going through as if you already know. Buckle in." We will try to not be that arrogant. So
That being said, a lot of people are just now getting into One Piece because, sadly, they have announced the ending of One Piece.
he didn't say ending. He said final arc. That doesn't necessarily mean ending in my mind. There'll be an epilogue.
There will be,
So,
but it's coming to a close.
Right, eventually. I'm hoping 10 more years.
I mean, it could be.
Our time, 10 more years. I really want
Could
that.
be.
Because the recent arc, Wano, has been the longest arc in One Piece. And at some point,
It's
look
not
up
like
when
he's
that
going to
started.
start the new arc and then it be done, like, the next week.
Yeah,
it's,
no, exactly.
It's not
No,
going to
no,
happen
no.
like that.
There's he said he's going to reveal all the mysteries of One Piece, and
There's
that's a
so
lot.
many.
I mean, I have full faith in Oda to do this right.
Yes.
There's just so much to reveal in One Piece, and the number one thing I want to see in revealed in One Piece. It was subtle, it was small, it maybe took up half a page at the time. But in the Thriller Bark arc, at the end of the arc, there was some giant, ominous thing in the mist, and Oda put some narrative thing, you know, at the time, blah, 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 they didn't know, some you know, ominous thing. And I've always been intrigued by what that was. And I have every bit of faith that he won't just say, oh, it was just a large sea king. Mm-hmm. I really don't think he'll do that. I think he'll come back around and it'll be I don't think it's going to be, you know, groundbreaking or a massive thing, but I just really want to know what it is. Yeah. I super want to know what it is. So, and obviously a lot of people are like, I just want to know what the One Piece is and things like that. No, I want to know what that shadowy monster thing is. That's me.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of things that I want answered, but none that I could actually, like, pinpoint right now.
Right.
I'm more of a, I want to see old characters again kind of person.
No, so about 2002, I was reading, this is when we started getting Shonen Jump physical magazines in, like, grocery stores and Walmarts and stuff. Because at the time, you know, I was very young, and I was still getting burned VHS copies of anime, Dragon Ball Z, etc.
I remember those.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I, you know, had bootlegs and stuff like that. Like even then, in the late 90s, early 2000s, because I was focused on so much more. I started, you know, I read One Piece, and I think I started One Piece like the third chapter, right? So Zoro had been introduced, right? And I went back and reread it, so I didn't miss anything. I was like, this guy looks pretty freaking cool. All right, and then I was buying every issue. Like I was just, One Piece was the first thing that I wanted to read in that magazine. I would flip immediately to that section, right, and start reading it. Your turn.
So the year was 2010.
Holy crap!
Right.
The year was 2010.
And this
Plain
one.
white tees played on the radio.
And this one had just started taking me to conventions and sat me down in his car.
Oh my god, was it that long ago?
Yes. And said, you have to read this one manga. You're going to love to cosplay from it. But he said, you're going to want to read this manga. You're going to want to cosplay from it. It's the best anime and manga ever. He also said, I'm only going to tell you one thing about the plot. It's pirates that can't swim.
Completely forgot that I introduced it that way.
And when he said pirates that can't swim, it stewed in my brain from the moment he said it until that night when I searched up One Piece and started reading.
Right. So it's about pirates who can't swim in video. There you go. Go read and watch. That's all you need to know. Pirates who can't swim.
I mean, that's all it took for me. And the second that I started reading it, I was hooked. But like, I love One Piece. I love everything about it.
You said an interesting tiny little phrase there. You said
you
love everything about One Piece.
I do.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm literally trying at the moment to think something about One Piece that I don't like. Right? That's the thing. You know, One Piece is one of those series that, you know, what is it? It's like the highest grossing sales of all time manga, right? Like
I think that's right.
Japan, yeah.
What were we actually talking
We hadn't even started the thing yet. We just started rambling is what, you know, the name of this game is ramble on. You know.
It's my favorite Led Zeppelin song.
I knew you were going to say that. As soon as I said ramble on, I knew someone was going to make a connection to Led Zeppelin, which is fine. It's Led Zeppelin, but speaking of which, did Oda put Zeppelin characters? Did he mimic off Zeppelin? Because I know he did, you know, Aerosmith, Eminem.
I don't know. When you think Zeppelin, you don't really think the artists themselves as much as you do, like, David Bowie, like...
Fair point. But, I mean, you know...
Yeah. Like, when you think Zeppelin, you think the album covers, or at least I do, more than the people that were actually in it.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to start talking about music if we don't carry on. Because, you know... Yeah, we're just going to move on to that, because obviously we can start talking music.
Where were we before any of that?
We still haven't even started this video. We're still in the intro conversing about things we want to talk about in the video. It's kind of ridiculous. So again, the whole purpose of this panel is to celebrate One Piece as a whole, you know, find joy in the fact that it's been 25 years, you know, lament that it's been 25 years, because holy...
Wow.
It's been 25 years. Feel excited but also saddened at the ending of One Piece, because it will happen. Ending in quotations, because, again, I want 10 more years, our time, in it to go. And then ultimately try to convince anybody who's not seen One Piece, just heard of it, to watch it, or read it, in my case.
To finally take that journey.
To finally take that journey, because, you know, yeah, the journey's more important than the end or the start. That's a Linkin Park lyric. You know, but I mean, it still holds true. So.
It does. It really does. And to start this video, let's talk about the characters, because what did we say in our panel? What's the best thing about One Piece?
The best thing about One Piece is the characters.
Right. I didn't predict where you were going to be sitting for that one. That was my whole thing.
It works out. So, what she's talking about is I cosplay Sanji, so that's why she put him closer to me.
And
but as far
I
as
cosplay Zoro.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting you do a Femme Zoro.
Dude, and it's so cute.
It is nice. Didn't you make your swords?
The first time I cosplayed Zoro, I made my swords. The second time, I bought my swords.
It was like a golf club in tinfoil. It's pretty impressive. It's awesome. So, how do you pronounce Zoro's main sword?
I don't try.
The name. That's what this video is for you to try. Say it. Pull it up.
Wado Ichimonji.
That's what I said. Monjay. I said Monjay. Oh well, it still counts.
Monji.
Monji,
it's
yeah.
G.
Like Jumanji?
Yeah.
Ah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's what I want to see. The One Piece characters playing Jumanji. And then the Jumanji characters get scared of the One Piece characters and go back in the game.
Yes, they would. So, the best thing about One Piece is the characters.
Absolutely.
So, let's talk about the characters. And try not to go too off topic with it, but it's so hard to do.
It's so hard because you could talk a long time about each character. They're so fleshed out, so detailed, have intense backstories, and they're just amazing. I mean, they're so well written. They're incomparable to so much media out there. It's just great. I mean, you take a look at Luffy. He's our center character for those who somehow don't know, right? He looks pretty basic, right? Flip-flops, shorts, a red shirt that's open, and a straw hat. I mean, you know, Naruto had like an orange jumpsuit? I mean, Luffy looks, you know, like a surfer bro. You know? I mean, just, you know, walking around the boardwalk, licking some ice cream. Like, that's the kind of thing he would do, I think, right?
Yeah, like, it looks like something you would wear at the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
He's a pirate.
But they didn't go too, like, Oda didn't go very, stereotypical with his pirates.
Oh.
Like, Luffy just looks like a teenage boy that would be at the beach. Yeah. And to me, that just, like, speaks volumes into what you're getting into.
Absolutely, because you hear pirate manga. Your first thought is Pirates of the Caribbean, right? You know, swashbuckling, you know, cool hats and all that. Luffy has a hat, but I name one pirate that wears a straw hat. I mean, come on.
Right.
I think it's actually kind of funny that Oda, I think at one point Oda was like, damn, I really don't have a lot of stereotypical pirates. Who are we gonna? Blackbeard. It's gonna be Blackbeard. Yeah. Which obviously he's named after a world famous pirate in real world. Yeah, Edward Teach. So he had to be the pirate looking pirate.
Right.
So
every now and then we'll get one or so, like
right, but they're you know, nameless pirate C in the background or something, you know.
Right.
So
or Buggy.
Really?
But we'll
Buggy?
get there.
Buggy?
He's got the hat and the clothes, like the striped shirt. We'll get there.
I really want to talk about Buggy now.
Talk about Buggy then.
Because the way you bring that up. The way you brought that up. Okay, so you're saying Buggy is a representation of a real-world pirate, which would be the single most terrifying real-world pirate to exist. Because think about how scary that would be. Swashbuckling, I'm going to get you one-eyed pirates. And then in walks a literal clown in that garb. Could you, how scary? High seas, honk, honk. I mean, are you kidding me? His ship's shaped like a little tricycle. Like... That would be terrifying. Okay, Blackbeard puts, you know, what is it? He puts smoke bombs or something in his beard. I would be more scared of fucking Bozo the Clown rolling up on the high seas, and he just starts, instead of cannonballs, it's pies. Buggy, the scariest pirate in the real world.
Look, I was thinking more like what he wears.
Right, all right. No, I know what you mean. I mean, yeah, the striped shirt really does.
The striped shirt, the pants that are cropped at the ankle, the hat.
Do you have a picture? You do have a picture
I
of Buggy.
do. I have a
later.
picture of Buggy.
Are we just skipping the characters? Like, no, we need to save that because we have a whole section devoted to...
You're the one that said you would talk
because
about
you
Buggy
brought it
now.
up. I mean, yeah, okay. So the striped shirt really, to me, and I guess the buckled shoes, and hat and all that.
The stereotypical, like, Mr. Smee kind of outfit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're saying, but if... I mean, literally, take a step back and go, real-world pirate, that's a clown? That's a clown. Clowns are scary on their own. Pirates are threatening. Mix them together and Buggy, and it's just... Buggy in a real-world setting is scarier than anything else that I can think of right now.
And that's why he's the best.
I mean...
We're really jumping around there.
Yeah,
but
that's the beauty about One Piece. That's the beauty about One Piece. One Piece
does jump around.
One Piece is insane. You think it wouldn't make sense. We were just talking about Buggy, where the dude's a clown but a pirate. That's hilarious.
And it's never addressed, really, that he's a clown. Like, it's just accepted that he's a clown.
Like, was he born with the red nose, or did he get, like, pinched as a child? We never know. It just goes with it. It's just fully accepted that he's got a big red nose, and he'll murder you if you mention the big red nose. Which is hilarious. Does it ever honk? Does he ever squeak? Is there ever a moment? Because I'm really waiting for that moment. It has to happen. It has to happen. So, Buggy the Clown, right, brings up an interesting concept. Is he the only clown in One Piece? Did clowns exist before him, and then when he came on the scene, the government called him Buggy the Clown? Did he call himself Buggy the Clown? Was it a thing Shanks did as a child and was just messing with him? Bring on the clown! I will stab you in the face! Like,
yeah.
Is there a clown school in One Piece to teach clowning? We've never seen another clown in One Piece besides Buggy.
Right.
Clown is a profession.
Yeah.
So,
something
I'm
you gotta be
curious.
really good at.
Right? And again, did he just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna be a clown? Or
is it more that he's born with the big red nose so people call him a clown?
Right. That's the thing. Which would imply that clowns existed before Buggy was born, but we never see them.
Right.
I mean, is there a mime fruit in this? Do mimes exist in One Piece?
Huh.
Right? See? Now you're thinking. Oda has basically...
Well, I mean, the fruit had nothing to do with Buggy's powers.
No, absolutely not. Not even remotely. Take away the fruit and Buggy's still the clown.
Right.
So, that's what I'm saying. It brings up an interesting thing. Like, where are the other clowns in One Piece? What of Buggy's parents? Are they both clowns, or are they normal people?
I'd love to know all of these answers.
I'm just saying. I've never heard anyone talk about that. Do a video on each individual character.
You could. We should.
Each town, each arc, each monster, each thing. You could literally do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we've talked a little bit about Luffy, but we didn't really talk about his character. We just talked about how he dresses, and then we went, woo! So
really, we did. Yeah.
Let's reel it back in.
We did. That's the beautiful thing about One Piece. You can go anywhere, conversationally speaking, and you will still be right on track. But yeah, back to Luffy, right.
As we said earlier in the midst of the rant, each character is so detailed. Everything about them, from what they wear to how they act and their backgrounds, everything builds on each individual character. So when you put them into a place where they're together, it just explodes into awesomeness.
Absolutely, yeah. I love the in-between arcs of the Straw Hats just, interacting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Oda does a really good job of not letting one pair get too much time versus another, barring scenarios like Zoro and Sanji, which is probably the most famous interacting pair of anyone, right? But you do have interactions of Nami and Zoro, right? Chopper and Zoro is probably my favorite one.
Yes.
That's such a good interaction. I absolutely love that older brother aspect, I think, that Chopper sees in Zoro. And Zoro just rolls with it.
Yeah.
Zoro's like, I got you. And he does it well. Chopper's like a teenager.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, I would argue he's less than a teenager because he's only had the thought process of a human for less time than he's been alive. Right?
Right.
So we never really know how that fruit works as far as aging and maturing goes.
I want to say Chopper's a teenager. I want to say he's like 15, 16.
He's absolutely 15, 16, but I'm talking about the fact that how long was he a reindeer before he ate
right.
the fruit that gave him the thought process of a human? Right? So is he only 7 mentally?
No, because he's a doctor.
Duh. No. He's a doctor, right, yeah. Is he only 7, Logan says? He's a doctor, Laura says, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's the doctor. Because I never think about him as the doctor. Even though that's
he's like Doogie Howser.
That's funny. You're showing your age with that one. I thought my Linkin Park.
What was the new one? He's like the good doctor.
Right, yeah.
There we go. Each character is amazing in their own right, and then together they're also so wonderful.
Oda does such an amazing job of fleshing out pretty much every character in this series, but obviously he focuses on the main crew, right? The Straw Hats crew, or the Mugiwara, depending on your translation. Right. We're still on Luffy, aren't we? We keep branching
technically
off.
Still on Luffy, but
what's your favorite thing about Luffy? There we go. We'll just go this route. What's your favorite thing about Luffy, and then what do you not like about Luffy? What bothers you, if anything?
Nothing really bothers me. My favorite thing is his drive for adventure, and just the way that, what was it? I saw a video the other day. I think it was a video where someone was passed out, and they were like, don't move them, don't bother them, and then it was Luffy came up and was like, wake up!
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the moment that they were referencing that moment in Drum Island when Nami got sick.
Yeah.
And they're like, we shouldn't move her, the poison will spread, and Luffy's like, back, wake up, here, eat meat, eat. Yeah, he's determined. His determination, his ambition, I mean, he probably has the highest level of ambition, the most ambitious goal in One Piece. Like, that is the main thing. A few other people have that same goal, and it's clearly shown in One Piece to have that goal. It's putting a target on your back, and it's going to require a lot of gumption to get there. And Luffy has, through thick and thin, luck and pluck, got to that point, or his head, in the top runnings for that, I guess what you should say. I concur. I think obviously Luffy's drive and ambition is his most, his thirst for adventure. I think is really, Nami and Usopp, for example, want to take the safe route. Can you blame them? Have you seen the world of One Piece?
Right.
Luffy's like, hang on, that place is on fire. We're going towards the danger. Yes.
The sad thing is, or the great thing is, you're not exaggerating. That's an actual thing
that happened. The island is on fire. We're going to it. And Nami's like, why? Why the island on fire, Luffy? That makes no sense. Well, maybe they have, and I'm surprised, Sanji didn't roll in. It's like, I bet their grilled meat is amazing. You could see Sanji, rolling up in there. We know these characters so well because they're so fleshed out. We could literally write our own monologues and stories for these characters. We're introducing random scenarios that would probably happen with these characters. So, again, another beautiful thing about One Piece.
Right, you know them so well that you can write for them.
So, the 3 Shisho, Monkey D. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, they're known as, at the early stages of the manga, the Monster Trio. They're the strongest members of the crew. And they can pretty much take on anything, or they do take on the majority, right? And so we'll just go right into Zoro, I guess, because Zoro is first mate. Yes. He's swordsman. He's Luffy's right hand. He's all of these things.
I love Zoro. It's something about him, and I can't pinpoint it like I can with Luffy, but I think it's also drive and determination, and not only the drive and determination, but the loyalty and the moment that got me with Zoro.
Which one was that? Was it the fight with Mihawk?
It was the rice ball.
Oh, God, yeah, all right. That's,
his heart. That's just, that moment was one of the first moments in One Piece. And it was such an emotional scene.
Yeah, it speaks volumes about Zoro's character. I love Zorro, but the running gag of him always being lost and having no sense of direction is the funniest thing.
Great.
And when they started putting Zorro in other manga because he was lost, it's the best concept. And then the Zorro laying down in random places. I love the internet for just running with random things like that, and they do it with everything. Like when Zorro was fully bandaged, and he became the freaking cross in Rio de Janeiro. I mean, just absolute comedy. I love that stuff.
It's beautiful.
So your favorite moment of Zorro was that, and I can't think of an immediate favorite moment for Zorro because I don't want to. Obviously, you don't want to pick the obvious ones like when he dealt with Kuma. That's amazing.
Right.
I mean, what happened? Absolutely nothing. That's why I can't talk about it because nothing happened. Sanji is one of the smartest Straw Hats. He just is. Now he comes off as the comic relief, the pervert, right? I mean, I love that aspect of his character. It's great. It's funny. It works out. It does. What's the word I want to say? It does flesh out his character, right? As a gentleman, but at the end of the day, he will fight tooth and nail for anyone that he cares about. Any of the Straw Hats, he's just as loyal to Luffy.
I feel like with Sanji, it's more. With Zoro, it's almost a blind loyalty. Zoro is devoted, whereas Sanji is loyal.
Right. The overall hardcore trust that those two have in each other, that they will not admit to each other. they would literally I think they would spit up blood before they admitted to each other that they trust each other as much as they do.
Yeah. Right?
The Zoro-Sanji rivalry, brotherhood, whatever you want to call it, is the best character interaction, constant character interaction, I think, in One Piece. It's hilarious. It's quite enjoyable. It's serious. It's moving. It's everything that's not said. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just a whole dynamic that no wonder people elaborate on it because it is such a beefed out dynamic between the two of them.
Right.
Like, there's so much to their relationship and so much unspoken between them.
I love Sanji's as a character. What's your favorite moment with Sanji? Right?
It's such a hard question.
There's a moment in Water 7 when they're trying to deal with Robin. Chopper is freaking out. He doesn't understand. And Sanji says this obviously super cool, smooth line, right? And he's like, "A man trusts a woman's lies." Right? It was smooth the way he said it. And, Sanji's great. Love Sanji. Even with his flaws, I love the character. Okay, I collect stuff, video games, action figures, you name it. And I found this One Piece toy. I don't know if it counts as off-brand or what it is, but
is there even like a brand on it?
Yeah, OBYZ. I don't know. Anyway, I found this for cheap on Amazon. I'm talking like $3 because I think it had been a return. Right, like see the tape on the bottom here, right? Somebody had like opened it and returned it. I was like, oh, it's cheap, I'll buy it. But I mainly bought it for the name. So this is Buggy, but they didn't call it Buggy. They called him Baggy, and I will never open that because of the name. And I'm wondering if it's like just a translation error,
Baggy,
which is the funniest thing. Where's the camera? There it is. It's the funniest thing considering his character. Right? And there's Zoro and Luffy and all that. So.
Baggy.
But Baggy the clown. And I just said I will never open this just because of Baggy. Right. Which is freaking hilarious. So it's perfect for his character. If anyone they could do this to, it was gonna be Buggy.
It was either gonna be Buggy or Sanji. Like.
Right. So, question for Buggy for you.
Yes.
What's your favorite appearance of Buggy? Because he's had several different costume changes throughout the series. As he's a reoccurring villain in the series. Sometimes he's a frenemy. Sometimes he's full on gonna murder you.
Right.
Sometimes always he's just trolling comic relief. And I love Buggy is probably my favorite villain just because he's not my favorite, but I love him. He's so good. But yeah, so what's your favorite appearance of Buggy? Costume-wise, look, etc.? Because I know what mine is. Him and Han.
I mean, I really like the first one with the orange cape. That was fun to make. Yeah,
This was his first outfit. Probably show it better on the back.
I made a alternate version of that, and the cape was my favorite part.
My favorite's his Impel Down outfit.
Well, yeah, that was going to be one of them.
You know, I like the theory.
I like the ponytail.
Well, that's what I was going into.
Yeah.
The theory that Buggy's hair is long is because he can't cut it.
Yes.
I love that. Like, his hair will just grow, and he can't cut it because, you know.
If he cuts it, it'll just float back to it. On one side, there's the emotional part of One Piece, but then the best part about One Piece is how weird it is.
We've touched on a lot of weirdness. A pirate clown? That's weird. It's interesting. It's weird. But One Piece has everything. I can't think of a single thing One Piece doesn't have. Okay? It has samurai. It has ninjas. It has dinosaurs. It has a guy made of lava. A guy made of lava. Not he controls lava. He is lava. That's awesome.
A guy made of sand.
A guy made of sand. Literally, if you can think of it, there's somebody who is it in One Piece.
A polar bear?
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, the devil fruit powers are super strange.
Oh,
like
the well, Olive Water 7, but also the elephant.
Funk Freed. Okay, we haven't touched on it, but one of the main power, the main niche individualist thing that makes One Piece is a thing called the devil fruit. It's how the weird fantastical powers in One Piece happens. You eat the fruit, you gain the power, you lose the ability to swim. Again, pirates who can't swim. That's how this originally started.
Yep.
Laura here. So, but not everyone in One Piece has a fruit. And they're supposed to be extremely rare. However, people started asking, like, why are we seeing them so much more often? It's because the people with these powers all gravitate towards the same place in the world. So once Luffy and crew get to there, we're seeing more fruits because that's where everyone's coming with the fruit, ultimately, for the most part. When we first start out, they're pretty rare because they're in Nowheresville as far as the world goes, you know?
Right.
And so...
It's just like if you had
weird.
Every person with purple hair in one spot.
Right. It looked like the truffula trees from the Lorax. Fruits. They are divided into three types. You got the Logia, the Paramecia, and the Zoan. Zoans are animal fruits. People gain the powers of an animal of some kind, and then they have their animal form, their hybrid form, and their human form. So she mentions an elephant, and one of the characters in One Piece has a sword that somehow was able to consume a devil fruit, which would allow whoever, or whatever in this case, to turn into an elephant. Which means now this sword can turn into an elephant. That is weird. That is super weird. Go gadget elephant sword, right? And the sword transforms into an elephant.
Lorax.
Just because I brought it up does not mean you get to mention it.
It's been in my head this whole time.
I'm sure it
I had
has.
to do it.
Anyway, so yeah, One Piece is weird and it works. You don't even question it anymore. That's the thing. There's aspects of One Piece that you're just, when you first start One Piece, you're like, this is weird. And then you're like, this is weird but good. And then this is weird but great. And then this is just like fully accepted. Like I said, we were talking earlier about Buggy.
Right, like you just
Pirate clown. We just accept clowns are pirates, or there's only one clown, but then the clown exists before. Like now I'm rambling back into the thing we talked about before. It's weird, but it makes sense because it's One Piece, and it's beautiful. It's just so much, right? If you think you've thought of it, it could be in One Piece,
right? And
it might actually be, and if it's not, it probably could be.
The best part about One Piece is the weirdness, but also the best part about One Piece is the impact.
I think it was recently Oda donated a lot of money to, I think, earthquake damage for this particular part of Japan, and in thanks for that, they built bronze statues of all the main One Piece characters.
Yep.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful.
I just love that. They're like, yeah, we're gonna put a fictional character here.
I'd love to see
and
that.
It's Japan, so, but that's awesome. Did they finally finish the
I
last
don't
one?
know if they're all done, but I know they unveiled Zoro.
Which was the best callback.
Oh my God.
For people who don't know, there's a moment in One Piece where Zoro says that if he was to become a statue, he'd want to look like this, and damn it if they didn't recreate
it was
that.
great.
I love that so much.
But
So
that's
great.
just one thing.
Oh,
One
yeah,
Piece
yeah,
is
of course.
just...
It's a worldwide phenomenon in a sense.
It
I don't
is.
think it's as big as, say, Pokemon.
No, like, you say One Piece to somebody, they're not gonna automatically know unless they know.
Every time I type One Piece into Amazon, I get
Bathing suits. Right.
Because that's what I'm looking for.
Right.
You know?
You have to be specific and
Gotta
put
be
One Piece
specific.
anime or manga.
Japan or blah blah blah, some sort of keyword exchange that makes it work.
Yeah, like a generic Google search will bring up bathing suits
Exactly.
mixed in with
One
anime.
Piece. Yeah, it's so weird. I legit don't want to die until I see the ending of One Piece.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm legit worried about that. You know, in a sense, I want One Piece to go on forever, 10 years, 100 years, whatever. But I want to live long enough to see it, right? Because you know we've all invested a lot of time in this, not just in reading sense and watching sense, but also in our emotions and in our in our hopes for the future. You know,
Right.
One Piece does a lot of that for people, and we're just two people in the world who love this series and gravitate towards it because of everything about it. But there's millions of us, right, who are into One Piece for anything other than the hot guys and girls. One Piece has been on the cover of, you know, magazines, like not manga magazines.
Not just manga, like Time magazine,
Yeah, Time
and
magazine.
important things. Fashion magazines. Luffy
Right, yeah,
was on the
I forgot
cover
about
of a
that.
fashion
Which
magazine.
is crazy when you really take a step back and look at it. I mean, One Piece is one of the few mangas that has reached over 1,000 chapters.
Yeah.
That's a milestone for any mangaka. Anyone. And people take notice of that. Even people who aren't even like, look, it's not that long, just watch it.
Right. Like, at the end of the day, at the end of this video, it's not that long. Once you get involved, it's not that long. You want more. Like, you won't stop reading, you won't stop watching because you get so involved, it becomes a story that you're hooked on. And with One Piece, it's one of those stories where it doesn't end abruptly. It doesn't, like, you don't have 2 seasons and it's over. You have multiple seasons, multiple chapters. Like, One Piece is
good.
there for you, basically.
They're all good. I don't care what people say.
One Piece has impacted the world.
Easy. I mean, absolutely easy to have done that. You know, and there's a few, what do you call it, fictional series that have done that, right? You know, I think One Piece is better.
In saying that One Piece has made such an impact on the actual full world, as people that are in the anime convention scene, it's kind of... What's the word I'm looking for here? Like an unspoken thing? Like, there aren't that many One Piece cosplayers. There aren't that many One Piece panels. Like, people don't talk about it, even though it's one of the most popular series in the world.
Because it's always been.
Right.
It's always just
it's
been
always
there.
been there,
Right?
so
it's
people
not,
don't...
It's not like My Hero Academia, which came crashing into all this onto the scene and is eventually going to end and, you know, go away.
And will end quickly, I assume.
Oh, we're almost done with it. And then, you know, Naruto, you know, was super popular, and it's still popular because it fleshed out into another, I guess, a spinoff. Is it considered a spinoff? Is Boruto a spinoff? A second part of a series, right? One Piece has just been consistent.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's why you don't see it a lot. You know, the fans that are fans are avid, rabid fans, and it's not going away for them.
Yeah.
Long
And
time.
if you find one, you can get them to talk.
You know.
Our panel was packed. There was standing room only, and people couldn't barely get in the door because it was full of those One Piece fans that are finally like, oh, One Piece panel.
And see, that's the beauty of One Piece is that we just want to talk about it. We want to gush about how amazing it is and all that stuff because it affects each of us differently, and we all have different stuff we want to like about. But at the end of the day, we all circle back and that's what I really liked about our panel. It was, I wouldn't say eye-opening, because we knew,
Right.
But it's just good to see like-minded individuals that are all relatively on the same page,
right?
And there were some people there who had no idea what One Piece was,
no idea,
and I like to think they walked away from that going, wow, these people are really excited about this, and
these people are passionate.
Right.
That girl almost cried.
They're passionate, and I love One Piece. One Piece has always been the first thing I read. One Piece was never let me down. I can't think of a bad chapter.
No.
Right? There's been chapters where I'm like, it's a little slow just because we're in transition and we're not doing information. But then the fights come crashing in, and Zoro's falling off a thing, and he's bleeding, and Sanji comes flying through the sky, and then there's like a drag queen for some reason, and a dog that can talk, and it's awesome! It's awesome, and it all makes sense.
One Piece is a masterpiece. And
Masterpiece.
It is. It is.
Absolutely.
It is a modern day masterpiece. It's the equivalent of looking at art.
Exactly.
Because it is art.
Right, exactly. And I have all the faith that Oda will tie this up in a perfect little bow. He's not going to let this fail. I have all the faith in the world in this. I just do. And I'm going to cry like a baby when it's over. He can announce a spinoff. He can announce an epilogue. He can do what he wants. I am going to bawl, and I'm going to have to take a day off of work, and I'm just going to be like, look, you understand, this is a literal end of an era. It's going to be different. You need that emotion you get when you finish a story, right? Finish a good book or whatever.
Oh my gosh, that sense
One
of
Piece,
loss.
Yeah, One Piece is going to be like, I don't do my life.
Right.
I mean, there's not going to be
It will be the equivalent of losing friends. Like, it will have that same feeling.
Man, that is such a nerdy thing to say, and it's so true.
It's true.
God, it really is. It's like, you take a step and you're like, damn, that is true. And I've been sad when series ends and stuff, and I've finished a lot of manga over the years. But I really doubt any one of them is going to have the impact One Piece is going to have on me, because One Piece has just been there.
When I went to Hollywood for the premiere of One Piece Stampede, they ran a campaign, I want to say is what it would be called, like a campaign called the We Are campaign. And they had a video, bawled my eyes out when I saw the video. But they went around and asked people what One Piece meant to them. And it's different for everybody. But the main message is, we are One Piece. And I get teary-eyed anytime I talk about it, because it's so true. Like, so true. And I love it. I love to be a part of that community and a part of that sentiment that anyone who is so involved with these characters, it's because we are One Piece. And it just hits so hard because it's so true.
Yeah. And I love the panel we did, because I got to see that first hand.
Yeah.
And our panel was structured, right? But it didn't need to be.
Didn't need to be.
People were fine with that. The rambling, the talking, just the revealing of our favorite moments and our things, right?
Yeah.
It was so enjoyable, I think, for all involved. I don't think anybody had a problem with the panel or were concerned with any way, because again, like I said, we had some structure, but people weren't concerned about that. It didn't matter if we rambled off for an hour on, one character's look.
Could have easily been like a 2-3 hour
Easy.
panel.
You can just talk forever. There's so much in One Piece to talk about.
So all in all, we are One Piece, and this is our video as a thank you for 25 years of One Piece and a celebration of 25 years of One Piece. Like, it's fantastic. I encourage you to do your own video of what One Piece means to you, because this is the 25th anniversary. Woo. And it's amazing. Of course, we've shown in this video how passionate we are about One Piece. So if you want to see more One Piece videos, just let us know down in the comments. We'll be very happy to film those.
Right. Put anything in the comments about what you want to talk about or want us to talk about. We'll talk about anything in One Piece. I will talk about anything One Piece related. Anything. Theories, crackpot theories, relationships, whatever, I'm in.
And if you don't talk to us about that, just tell us who your favorite One Piece character is. You don't have to have seen One Piece. All you have to do is know a couple of characters. Which of those couple that you've seen do you think will be your favorite?
Right.
Like, make a guess if you don't know, because we just want to know.
I'd love to see that. Here's the Straw Hat Crew. Who do you like based on appearance alone?
Based on appearance, right. Because I think I'd still gravitate towards Zoro. Yeah. So that was us celebrating 25 years of One Piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye.
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 Do we need more light?
I mean, I've got all the light we need.
Jesus.